Hello everyone and welcome to this game. This is part of the GrandFinals series in WCL7. This is a 2011 tournament featuring the top clans at the time. We have our clan RVK and our clan L Clan. Last game in this series, we saw a matchup between FeAge and Riot, a game in which FeAge won in a convincing fashion. And this is a Team Islands game from the same series in the finals. So we'll be paying a little bit closer attention to FeAge for the sake of the spotlight. However, we could cast this game as if it's a game happening today or anything not part of a regular series as well. So for your enjoyment. This is an Age of Conquerors matchup. We are on the map Team Islands, I think. Yeah, here we go, Team Islands. And let's introduce our players. In the top right for the L Clan, we have FeAge playing as the Vikings. In the pocket position, we have Russo playing as the Huns. On the bottom right, we have Hanny playing as the Mongols. Let's introduce the RVK team. On the left, we have Dogao playing as the Mongols, another player that has stepped away from the game. In the center position, we have Riot playing as the Huns. And in the top left, we have Jordan playing as the Vikings, who we will see next month at Nilly's Apartment Cup, live in the flesh. So most of these players I'm very familiar with. Russo in teal, very old school player. Don't know too much about his playstyle, but a lot of modern players have a lot of respect for him. And Hanny, I've heard the name before. Don't remember any games in particular with this player. And I'll tell you guys afterwards who wins the series, because I'm not 100% sure myself. But obviously we know maybe a slight advantage for the L Clan because FeAge took that 1-versus-1 versus Riot in the finals. And let's talk a little about the civilizations. We have Vikings, Huns, Mongols on both teams. So back then and now, there wasn't a lot of competition between the top water civs. Vikings was the best, and then after that you chose a civilization with an eco bonus. And those happen to be the Huns and Mongols. If there's a fourth civilization to choose from, usually you pick the Japanese or Saracens. That's about it. Not too much debate over anything else. The Vikings have the best water bonuses in the game. There were basically no fire galleys in team games. No demo ships, so it's all about the regular galley. And I think the Vikings had more of a discount on their galleys as well, with the old balance. So it makes sense to pick Vikings in any situation. Huns get an eco bonus, of course, with them not having to build houses, and the Mongols are up in a good time because they gather from hunt faster. Oh, I'm glad you recognize the player Russo. I thought he was Zimziak, but he is younger. Yeah, I think they're from the same country, which is like Poland? I think they're both Polish. That's the country you're thinking about. We're talking about another player, of course. Well, let's check where players decide to put their docks up. So we're likely to see some galley wars. So if you're the one reason you're a fan of galley wars is probably because it takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of micros. Sometimes the micro can be fun, watching them dodge arrows and such. But there's less unit diversity than in the modern balance, and less chances to come back, in my opinion. Hopefully we see some good micro. This is Team Island, so there are very real possibilities of a landing. Dark Age transport was not a thing in this balance, so you'll have to wait till Feudal Age to get out a transport ship. Now FeAge has docked in the back, Russo has docked in the back, and Hanny's docked kind of at the side, while Dogao has docked in the front. Jordan has docked in the front, and Riot has docked in the front. The different strategies for both teams. I think it's more preferable to dock in the front as opposed to the back, but I'm not sure. But on this specific map, there's a lot of fish available to Russo in the back area of the map, and it's not quite the same for the RVK team. And players should be going up to the next stage. I forget this is a recorded game. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's go 6-5. Oh boy. Now we're speedy. And players will probably be going for fast feudals. We probably won't see anything unusual. Mongols clicks up first, of course. What about the other Mongols? Dogao. Where's Dogao on going to the next age? Oh boy, Dogao, you're late. Or Dogao's doing a different strategy. There we go, Dogao going for a fast feudal. Why is he so late up to the next age? Man. And he's up about a minute sooner. Even Jordan, the Vikings player, is up sooner than the Mongols player on their team. So not a great start already for the RVK team. And I think they're Xing where their docks are. Or that's where the second dock's gonna go anyway. Here we go, players up to the next stage. First player up will be Hanny, who's got 3 docks on the side. This is gonna be a very aggressive rush from Hanny. And he doesn't know where the dock is from Dogao is. Have to get a little lucky. So Hanny gonna go with 3 dock production right away. All villagers on wood and gold. I'll keep an eye on the minimap, see if there's any transport ships or any sneaks going on. But none at the moment, as players are just reaching feudal age. Okay, I'm going to go with the 3rd dock right now. Galleys should be coming out from Hanny any second. Any second now. Here they are. And there we go. Are they going to see the fishing ships of Dogao? They're going to go straight there. And this is trouble for Dogao. He's going to have to run with these fishing ships. Run away! Run away! This galley's taking forever to build. 2 going to be built right now. This came to ruin our life. What? 2 fishing ships already down for Dogao. That's really going to hurt his food economy and might have to transition to a land food source soon. Going to go up with a 4th dock right away to try to catch up. Here's that early galley battle. Now, good for Dogao. He's got a few extra shots on those galleys, but... And he's just going to have the numbers. He was up sooner to the Castle Age, and this is why you want to be up sooner to the Castle Age, or why the Mongols such a strong option. Galleys moving over for Riet. Could see the gold. This is a terrible gold for Hanny. And Dogao's going to combine up with Riet. Hopefully going to get some of these galleys at Hanny. Hanny's taking a large lead in this game for his team. FeAge going to move around on the top side. Has not seen yet the fish of Jordan. I'd be pretty sure he would have went there if he did. And meanwhile, Jordan's going to take a great engagement against FeAge, evening things up a little in this game. Meanwhile, down at the bottom. And he's going to take a really good engagement once again, has the numbers, needs to wait. Where's Riet for the team? Finally, Riet coming in, but I don't even know if they have the numbers right now. Meanwhile, what the hell has Russo been doing? Russo's gone for a fast castle because Hanny has been so dominant on the sides. And now Russo can help out, and pretty soon he'll have War Galley. Meanwhile, at the top, not too much going on, as players are keeping to their own. Bottom's where most of this action is at. And finally, the RVK team is pushing out, as Russo has been later to the feudal age because, of course, he's going for the fast castle. So they're going to retreat for the time being. They can retreat all the way back here. Plenty of space to retreat to. Hopefully they won't have to retreat any further because Russo is fishing. And finally, a little bit of revenge. RVK taking out one of Hanny's fishing ships. But there we go. War Galley, Bodcanero being upgraded for Russo. And I bet once that's done, they're going to turn around. Hanny not paying enough attention as he's going to lose some galleys right away. And looks like they have enough to defend. Russo's got the upgrades coming in. Not the best teamwork, I must say. Hanny's way too far back. That's not going to matter. Galleys are actually a little bit faster than War Galleys, so they'll be able to get out of there. Jordan's going to peek in a little bit. There's that excellent micro. And this is what we really don't see anymore with the new balance. Galley on galley micro. And Jordan's going to take that fight pretty convincingly. Dogao saying a very bad game. Riot saying yes. They're having a very bad game. On the top, Jordan's doing his part. Jordan's got a 200-point score advantage versus FeAge. Jordan's KD is 18 to 16. But the bottom is where the problem is. Riot only clicking up now. Dogao hasn't clicked up yet. FeAge is up to the next age as well. And so is Jordan. Go, Russo, go! Done good so far this game. And they're going to go straight for the middle. As all the players have their docks, of course, in the middle. For the RVK team. So a lot of players up to the next age. So FeAge, Russo, Riot. So 2 players from each team. No real big disparity there. Handy's going to be the next one up. Meaning Dogao, who lost his fishing chips very early, not surprisingly, is going to be the last up. And no forwards or no landing so far. Finally, Dogao is up, but will be the latest, as we mentioned. This could be a good engagement for Riot. Riot has so many galleys. Oh my god, so many galleys. What a great engagement for Riot, even going galley versus war galley. That is exactly what his team needed. Dogao want me to boom. Here, 4. Normally, these players would be on TeamSpeak, but this might have been before TeamSpeak was invented. I don't know what year it was invented, but it wasn't popularized, at least, in this community. That's why they're talking in the chat. And another great engagement from the RVK team. Wow. All 3 players sandwiching Hanny's galleys. Oh no! The scores are pretty even all of a sudden. What the hell is Hanny doing here by himself? Hanny's down here. His galleys should not be up here. Especially as he's upgrading to War Galley. And now this is a problem. I think RVK have more galley numbers. All 3 players for the RVK team focusing on the top side of the map. Gonna cut off reinforcements for FeAge. FeAge is not gonna be able to use those docks too much. And FeAge does not have enough galleys. Russo moving the galleys among the top, so we're gonna have 2 versus 3. What about Hanny? Hanny's lost most of his galleys, the rest are on the left. So they're either gonna have to hold this 2v3 or run away and lose their docks. And let's see if they have enough to take this. We have 46 military from Russo. FeAge on 35. Most of it's right here. And the military for each individual player is much lower for the RVK team, even though there's 3 players here. 30, 40, 50, 55 versus... Russo has more even than all 3 of these players, almost. Although some of them are on their way. This is going to be a close fight. But I think the L Clan should have enough to win this fight. FeAge even has some galleys coming in from the back. Better line for Russo. And yeah, they're going to win that fight. Russo still has 53 war galleys. It's like he didn't even take that fight. It's like he didn't even lose a single war galley. Just the L Clan all over RVK. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Hanny wasn't even needed for that fight. Hanny just cutting off Dogao's supply by destroying the docks. Rest in peace, Hanny. Russo's slinging food to Hanny. Is he? I don't think so. Russo doesn't have that much food coming in. He's got 13 fishing ships. It's a successful defense from the L Clan team. Probably going to make their way towards the middle of the map. Now, all this time, Russo has been booming too. Russo's on 82 villagers, greatly aided by that huge fish boom. And this is why you go back dock. You go back dock so one of your players can go Castle Age and still be safe. And that was a good decision. You know, Dogao has probably no more docks left at all. What is Dogao doing? Dogao's mining some stone, maybe thinking about a castle to build some docks. So all the RVK players, 75 villagers, 80 villagers just about. How about for the L Clan? 90 villagers for Russo. Overall, the RVK team has a better economy. So there is potential for a comeback there. Jordan, Riet, and Russo up to the next age. 2 players from RVK, 1 from L Clan. There's potential for a comeback. And one thing that the RVK doesn't want is they don't want these docks to be destroyed. And Russo is just too scary of a force to engage right now. Tiny Riet has 30 military. Look at the military numbers, 34 and 1. Meanwhile, 60, 32, and 16. And here we go. These 3 players can be up to the Imperial Age. Riet doesn't want to lose any more galleys. Russo upgrading scale barding armor. Did we have a landing? Anything interesting happen? A little bit of raiding from Hanny. I guess just gonna make that upgrade for now. Might be thinking about landing a transport ship. As we have 3 docks already up for Russo. Sorry, 3 stables. And this dock will probably be made for a transport ship. Now this is an investment for Russo. Russo's still only on 60, say only, but only on 60 war galleys. He could potentially make more if he didn't want to invest into these cavalry. So this is a decision from him. Castle's gonna go here in this kind of little pond area, I suppose. I would put the castle here. You want it to be as close to the edge of the map as possible, I think. That would give more space to put the docks. I don't like that castle so much. And it looks like Riet might have gotten caught out. What did we say? We said, Riet, you can't lose any more galleys, and what is he doing on the bottom? Why would he be down here? Riet's gonna lose even more. He's got the galleon upgrade, but it doesn't matter. There's just way too many numbers. From Russo. Castle is up, so they won't be able to go past that castle. Jordan's got a few galleys of his own. Galleons, my bad. A lot of upgrades coming in. We have the landing quite yet. This is where the landing is going to take place. Don't see any transports quite yet. Oh, and there we go. There's the first landing. And the stables are already up. We have a few Cavalier being made. These are Hun stables. They'll be able to make the Cavalier faster. They're going to have plate barding armor in just a second. Poor Dogao. Dogao's had a bad early game, and he's had a bad rest of the game. Going to have a castle to defend. You're not going to be wanting to make pikemen as the Mongols. The only option in this situation is going to be heavy camel. And in Age of Conquerors, heavy camel is the slowest upgrade in the game. So poor Dogao. built his way up to 120 villagers after all of this, and it might go down right now. As he's being rated heavy. What a beast Russo is. He's dominant on water, he's dominant on the land. Of course he got the pocket position, but still. Look out, making heavy camel right now. All Russo needs is maybe a few siege workshops. He even built a town center. How often do you see this? How often do you see Dogal's initial town center standing and Russo's going to build a town center right there? Heavy Camel's definitely longer to research than Paladin back in the day. Might be longer to research than Siege Onager. Not very useful anymore though. It's very useful now. The Indians are dominant with Heavy Camel. Paladin upgrade being upgraded by Russo. This is a nice upgrade. Hanny upgraded Shipwright. It basically turns the Mongols into a Vikings player, as their docks are now able to build faster and with less of a wood cost associated with it. And we just need a finishing blow from Russo. It looks like Dogal's going to be able to hold. We have a lot of Halberdier from Ria as well. Dogal's down to 100 villagers. Paladin is being upgraded. That's going to be a game changer. There it is. Russo's not being able to make enough that quickly. What Russo could do is leave his galleons here and try to keep his position that way. Russo going up with another town center because the first one went down. In a very close game so far. Alright, so FeAge looks like he's running away. We're running into Hanny. They're going to turn around. Gonna battle off Jordan. They certainly have enough on water. And will this forward stand for Russo? Gonna make Halberdier of his own. And Jordan's gonna retreat to under his castle. Two lonely demos from FeAge. Are they gonna get anything? No. Not at all. Jordan's gonna hold for the time being. That's an excellent castle. Excellent castle from Jordan. So all about this bottom side. And it's really close. There's a lot of units coming out from Russo. A lot of units. Looks like might have enough to push this back. We do have Mangudai being made for Dogal. Dogal doesn't have the resources to upgrade it into the league. Second castle will help with defense. Now there's only one siege workshop in use right now. So these castles will do quite a bit to defend. Back in the day, camels were still ships. Yes, they were. Looks like it's enough to defend. The problem is pushing back these buildings. You're going to need a few trebuchets to get within range to take out these buildings without going near their galleons. Check back on water. Hanny's still winning the water down here. So Dogal has no presence on water. Meanwhile, Hanny does. Russo still has a great presence on land and water. Jordan's been really good in the north. Better than FeAge. It's basically a 2 versus 3 on water. It's still a relatively close game. We have another transport ship. One from Hanny. I don't see where Hanny's units are, though. Oh, here they are! Hanny has elite Mangudai. Hanny's raiding. He's doing a great raid. These camels will not be able to stop Mangudai. Maybe this is the moment that really swings this game. Haney just needs to find the right area to settle his Mega Die down. Unfortunately, he's lost most of his Mega Die. And Dogao's going to have a quick reaction. So that raid did not go as intended for Haney. There were plenty of villagers to kill, but just didn't kill them. Trebuchet is cleaning up a bit. What's happening over here? Jordan sneaking a few galleons into this bay to try to kill some of the trade. And FeAge just putting up a castle in response in this little bay. So the Ale Clan is starting trade. They actually have a better island for trade. It's a little longer. And oh boy, Russo has Siege Ram. Look out. So we have 6 rams going under this castle. The Mega Knight are pretty good at taking out rams. Let's see if these rams will be able to get the castle. Gonna be close. I love to see this Riet's. Oh, that's his own castle. My bad. Riet repairing his castle. Mega Knight are good enough against the siege ram, so that castle will hold. How about down in the bottom? Things are not looking too bad. These stables are still up. We haven't seen a lot of trebuchets from Dogao. I would have liked to seen a lot more trebuchets to take out these buildings. But these stables are still producing. Here's a big, massive light cavalry. They're going to have to run past the castle. Finally, Jordan and the rest of the RBK team starting trade. How's water looking like? Jordan's got a few cannon galleons, which is a good sign that they're winning. You don't make cannon galleons if you're losing, as we have 2 castles here in the north. This is not a fight you want to take. Mega Knight versus galleons. Need to see more trebuchets from Dogao. Finally, the RBK team, I think for the first time in this game, has taken the score lead. As there's been so much investment from Russo on the land that really hasn't paid off. Haney has not done a lot on the land either. Jordan's been a beast on water. And if there's an MVP of this game, it's either going to go to Russo on his team or Jordan on the RBK team. Very, very close Team Islands game. And nice cleanup from Jordan. Now with this all said, the RBK team still needs to either land or they need to get, dominant on water. Let's see, any momentum on land for the Elk Clan team. Doesn't look like it. This castle will go down. Bottom is still a mess. And he's going to send the Mega Knight towards the north. Let's see if this is going to be enough. Probably not. It's going to be able to take out the trebuchet. How's the trade looking like? So trade not looking too good. Jordan could delete his own villagers to build some more military. I think this trade might cost them. We have a total of, I don't know, 55 trade cards for the Elk Clan. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, wrong team. 55 for Elk Clan and about 35 for RVK. So, say whatever you want about this aggression from Russo. This has still delayed the trade quite a bit. And look at this trade line. It's very inefficient with less numbers as well. So I think this bodes well late game for the Elk Clan, and maybe it means they can keep their momentum on land. Russo has been building like crazy, and he's going to go for another ram push. A lot of light cav from Russo. Can't afford the Hussar upgrade. The Hussar upgrade will be great. But the Elk Clan team has gold. They have gold to work with. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hussar coming in sometime soon because of that. And I think that trade might be it. This landing might be it. It's always good to be the aggressor. You never want to be the defender. Or at least long term anyway. Russo threw away too many resources with that landing. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's been making the trade of the RVK team less efficient. And Dogao's had to put a lot of resources into defending as well. And this might be where they break. Russo's been very persistent, hasn't lost a lot of these buildings, hasn't lost the villagers. That town center was a great idea. Is this where the RVK team breaks? Let's check back at the north. FeAge taking a fight versus Jordan. Looks pretty even. That fight's going to be going on for some time. And he's back on the water. And going to take a good fight versus Riot. Russo still has a few galleons. Probably should lend these out. Can move the galleons up north. Jordan going to build another castle, so going to help to solidify this position. I think the longer that, as long as Russo can hold this position, this will be good for his team. Again, with this terrible trade line. So Dogao getting 26, only 26 gold for this trade route. Let's check the gold for the other team. For FeAge. Because this was supposed to be about him, of course. I got distracted in the game. 85 gold. This is 25 versus 85 gold. Look at that difference. This trade line could even be better, too. It's 25 versus 85 gold. So much more population for the RVK team on land on the right side. What's going on here? Nothing? I think that finally they're going to clean this up. Finally. Down on the bottom, these stables are still building, but they won't do anything with these castles here. Alright, so finally Russo's gonna get cleaned up. And at the same time, FeAge might have won that fight against Jordan. Jordan had to go back, but Jordan has the numbers now. Surely he does. Jordan 65, military. FeAge 60, 55. Dogao for the first time this game's gonna upgrade Galleon. Try to go water. Now that this has been cleaned up from Russo. Russo gonna build another castle. Try to be annoying. I don't know if it's worth it. Here's another gold mine that the RVK team has not been able to mine. That would have been a lot useful earlier in the game. Doesn't matter so much if you mine it now because ideally you should have a lot of trade. And look at the wood! This is just a little unfortunate. So some of this wood has been denied. This game actually... Man, it's hard to cast 3v3s. It's really hard to cast 3v3s. There's always something you miss. The wood situation for the RVK team is terrible. It's very inefficient. There's not a lot of wood left. So this wood line is safe. Definitely Dogao should take it. This wood line is going to be denied for the time being. This big wood line is being denied. This wood line is denied. RVK team is having a lot of troubles with wood. Wood is the most important resource in Age of Empires, especially on water. And that's just yet another advantage for L-Clan. L-Clan has a much better trade line as it stands right now. And they have a good wood situation if they can only hold their ground. Dogao moving to the bottom wood line. Jordan is forced to move down here as well. His next nearest lumber camp's right here. And I think this wood situation might win L-Clan this game. FeAge doing his work on water. Looks like they will have to go back for the time being. That could be a bad fed for FeAge. FeAge should really go back. You don't have the numbers, man. Go back. Go back, FeAge. Gonna bring in some more reinforcements. Oh, Handy's gonna corner. Handy coming out of nowhere with the sandwich. Jordan's on 50 galleys. Hanny's at 45. I don't think that's 45 galleys, though. Griet's here in the middle, too. And gonna go back. The water more or less even. And this is still good. Still good for the L Clan. L Clan still maintaining their position, denying 2 wood lines. Gonna raid another wood line. And this wood situation has probably gotten a lot worse as these wood lines have now run out. A lot of idle villagers. Don't want idle villagers this late in the game. No other wood left for the RVK team. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just the wood on these islands. A lot of wood to be taken on the north. Even some stone to be mined. Alright, so both teams running out of wood. That's the rest of the wood for the L Clan. That's not a whole lot of wood. Especially if they lose that position, so they can't lose that position. But remember again, that trade line, much more efficient. These markets have not moved this entire game. And that can make a difference, especially if you're buying for gold, which the players have to be. Buying wood. Actually, they haven't been buying that much wood. It's not sold out. So it's 55 to buy. And 29 to sell. But players should absolutely be buying wood. So we'll keep an eye on that wood buy price. Looks like finally Russo might have that momentum. Russo has been making a lot of paladins this game, and that's a very population efficient unit. Very gold intensive unit, but very population efficient. And that's really why he's been able to do so much. Gonna take out a castle, that's great for them. Might have enough to break this. There's a lot of skirmishers in that composition. Another castle coming up from Dogao in almost an identical position. And I think that's the last wood line. Yeah, that's the last wood line for RVK. So look at the wood disparity. That's not a lot of wood. Not a lot of wood for the L Clan, but that's even less wood for the RVK team. They're gonna have to get over to this wood line. That's not gonna happen. Or this wood line. They're trying their best to take this wood. They really are. Wood price increased from 55 to 62. If Hanny still has good control of the water here, those villagers are gonna die. Take a look at how it generally looks on the water. Hanny's got a huge military in water. What happened to Jordan's ships? He's got a good mass. Jordan's got 60 galleons. Hanny, probably 60. FeAge, maybe 30? 40? I think they have more. I wouldn't take this fight under the castle, but there are a few cannon galleons. That castle's going to do some work. But I think they have enough to take this fight, and that might be the ending fight. That might be the fight to end the game. I think Russo's got enough. It's close. Here's that big fight. Castle does go down. No more help from the castle. And Jordan's not going to have enough to win this fight, 2 versus 1. I think this is the end of the game. I think this is the end of the game. Russo's just able to spam more and more paladins. He's got the gold, has the food, can reseed his farms. Take a look at the food eco of Dogao. Not too much. Not too much food eco. Russo looking a lot better, and there's the GG. What a game! What a Team Islands game! I know we didn't see too much of FeAge. This whole series is about FeAge. He did a good job on his team, but a lot of FeAge's triumphs were in team games. Whether it was winning Nations Cup in 2017 with Brazil B, or in this particular game, winning this game with L Clan. I think RVK did take the series. I'm not sure. I could check in just a second. But either way, it's been a part of a lot of top teams in Age of Empires 2. And let's take a second to take a look at the achievements. Hope you enjoyed that one. Really good one. Yes, it was. Now, there's only one stat I care about here. It's the wood. I can't do quick math. FeAge taking the most wood in the game by far. I'm looking at Dogao. Dogao looks to be the lowest. He's on the RVK team, of course. So the highest wood count taken by an L Clan member and the lowest wood count taken by a RVK member. And let's take a look at the gold collected as well. Same thing. Same exact thing. Same thing with a trade profit. So about that map control, Age of Empires is always about map control.